Power 104.1, The Source, Memphis #1 Southern Soul and R&B station. This is your main man, Tate Jones on the microphone. Say it with me now. Tate Jones on the microphone. We're live right now in the Power Studio, and I am just super califragilisticexpialidocious right now. We got the man himself in the Power Studios right now. Y'all give it up for Cupid.
I'm here, man. What's going on, brother?
Man, I'm just happy to have you in town, man. When I heard you was coming to town, I said, man, I got to get him to stop by the Power Studios.
To the Power, baby. Yeah, I'm here, man. Yeah.
Well, I know you're here for the, Memphis is known for its barbecue. It's known for its music. Yeah. And you're going to bring the music in. They got like 200 teams that are out there in competition right now for that barbecue, man. That is so crazy.
Yeah, man. They say that Memphis is the capital, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we got some competition. Like you might have St. Louis, you might have the Carolinas, you might even have even Las Vegas. When I went to Las Vegas, they had some Las Vegas style ribs. I'm like, Las Vegas style ribs. I never heard that neither, but I know the Carolinas. No, I think it's St. Louis. They have like the mustard base. And you have the wet and then you have the dry. Me personally, I like mine. What about you?
Oh man, dry rub, man. I'm a dry guy.
Well, you know what? What is Zachaby's? They just came out with that lemon pepper dry rub. So I guess that's a popular thing. I actually had it. It's pretty good.
Yes, indeed.
Well, Cupid, I'm glad you decided to stop by the Power Studios. And man, I'm telling you, you've been putting out some good music for a long
Thank you,
time.
Man. Thank you.
The thing I like about your music, it goes across genres. It goes across the racial barrier.
Yeah.
It's good, feel good music where no matter what your race is, you can come and have a good time and fellowship with everybody.
Facts. That's it. That's the vibe.
And I really love that because 803 Fresh had a really, really good run. I know a lot of folks, you said, man, I'm tired of hearing that sometimes. I said, no, don't say that.
Yeah.
Because he's crossing barriers, making bridges for other artists to come behind him.
Big facts, man.
Man, one time I looked on the Billboard chart and I saw something that I'd never seen. I want to say it's history, but I'm not 100%. But I want to say it was March the 23rd, 2024. Boots on the Ground, not Chris Brown song from #1 to #2. I don't know if that's ever been done before.
The first Southern Soul record to chart #1. Yep.
And that's a big deal. And another thing, I try to stay on top of everything. Now, I know we got some Southern Soul artists that are Grammy, voters or members to vote, but we still hadn't got that nomination yet. I know they told me last year they were supposed to be looking at bringing Southern Soul. I recognize Southern Soul as an official genre of music, but it hadn't hit that pinnacle yet. But I know it's coming.
It's coming, man. I mean, I feel like, it's so many people doing it and it's so dominant now that eventually it's going to have to get its just due,
I definitely agree with you on that because I have a lot of people always sending me a DM on Facebook. Oh, how can I get my music? How can I get my music? And I don't have time to listen to it all, but I do try to listen to some. So I know there's a lot of artists. And I know somebody is going to get their break. Because that's all everybody needs, just a break.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and at the end of the day, man, it's so dominant that, I don't think that it needs a cosign. They don't need a cosign nationally because every time you see a Southern Soul show, it's packed with 10,000, 20,000 people. So I think it's already been solidified by the greats, before us, the Mels and the Marvins and all them guys like that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, man, every cheerleader not the best cheerleader. So if it gets the national accolade, I mean, that doesn't make it, any bigger or better. I think that the culture of what Southern Soul is and blues is, the authenticity that it has to be cherished. Because that's one of the fine things. That's one of the rare genres that's still not tainted.
I agree.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, we got to be a little careful with that because you don't want, you want it to be big, and at the same time, you don't know once it hits a certain height, how it's going to be switched up.
Now, that is really, really true because I remember seeing a movie and the guy had wrote the script himself, and then once he got ready to read it, he like, wait a minute, that's not what I put down. That's not what I put down. That's not what I paid. You done basically rewrote my whole script.
Right.
And I know that can happen. Now, I'm going to pick on you just a little bit right here.
All right.
I'm going to start something. Now, blues been around a really long time.
Oh, yeah.
And when it comes to shows, I would say Mississippi dominates when it comes to blues shows. But I was telling a guy a couple of months ago that when it comes to Southern Soul, I think the majority of those guys from Louisiana. A lot of them are from Louisiana.
We got a lot of artists. We have a lot of artists in the Louisiana area. We definitely do. You know, it's sections. You got the North Louisiana guys like Avell Hollywood and some of them guys up there. Then you got, you know, the Tuckers, myself, down in the southern region. You know, Mississippi's dominant, Alabama's dominant. I know there's a couple out of Atlanta starting to kind of come out.
It is.
So, it's good for the genre, man. I mean, we got some, but you know, man, look, I feel like we all got to cross state lines and kind of intertwine with each other for the genre to grow. Because you don't want the Louisiana style to be just in Louisiana.
Right.
You don't want just the Mississippi style to be just in Mississippi. You kind of want that cross. So I think the genre is doing a good job of blending each other, and we all learning from each other, you know?
Yeah, I know that is really true because when I look at it, I look at, I guess, the hot spots when it comes to Southern Soul. Of course, you got the Carolinas.
Oh yeah.
You got the Carolinas, you got Mississippi, we got Louisiana, we got Alabama. I think Georgia is definitely coming along. I think Florida is coming along. I know DJ Trucker's down there pushing it.
Yep. Shout out to Trucker, man.
That's definitely coming along. And you know, of course, we got a lot of artists right here in the Mid-South. You know, I call this the tri-state area because you got Memphis, you got northern Mississippi, you got eastern Arkansas.
Yeah, man. Y'all in a unique place, you know.
Right.
For sure.
And I think that pretty soon the whole world is going to recognize how strong this music is. Like I said, I go back to 803 Fred. I said he didn't lay the foundation, and that's given a lot of artists opportunity to walk across that bridge. And like you said earlier, when it comes to Southern Soul, they have different sub-genres in there. They got that the trail riding blues.
Right.
And then like one of the new songs you got, it was Feeling Lucky with my girl Cecily.
Yeah, man. That's my girl, man. Yeah, you know, and I think that song could be even a country record.
That's the point I'm finna go to because she has that country sound with her. I mean, a unique sound. Did you ever see the movie Sinners?
Yes.
You know, so there's a whole lot of accolades that I got from that movie. You know, I think Bobby Roach was one of the consultants on the movie.
Thanks.
And Larry Boo Mitchell, he was a consultant on. I think he won a Grammy off that. Eric Gables, he won a Grammy off that. And I know on the Oscar, they had a lot of those guys to perform, which I thought was giving a really good look to Southern Soul.
Right.
Man, matter of fact, I went to Clarksdale last month to see Chris Tone, Kingfish Ingram. Are you familiar with him?
No. Well, no, wait, the guitar guy.
Yes.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. My apologies. Excuse me, my brother. Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Oh, yeah, because I talked to him, and he was telling me that, hey, you know, I got a Southern Soul song, and we are playing it here at the station.
He's a bad boy.
Oh, yeah. When it comes to that guitar, him singing.
He's a bad boy.
Ooh-wee. I mean, and he got a really good piece of footage, you know, when he was on that Oscar stage. Now let me ask you this: what do you got coming up? What do everybody need to be looking out next for Cupid?
So, man, right now, man, you know, I got my label TOC Music, man, and I have two artists. Kim McCoy, she's a female vocalist, man. She got a big banger jam coming out of Louisiana called The Anthem.
Okay.
And a song called Clock That T. And then I also have an artist, Mr. Beats, and he's an animated man, just full of energy, you know, Southern Soul artist. So, you know, developing them and getting them out there. And then, of course, you know, dropping new music, working on new stuff. I got stuff. I even created a gospel line dance record called High Stepping Into My Blessing.
Really?
That's really starting to get a lot of buzz. So, between that, the Giddy Up, and all of the other stuff, you know, just basically just solidifying my role as the line dance king.
Right.
You know?
Man, well, I tell you what, ain't nothing wrong with that because I was looking at something they said about that new Michael Jackson biopic they put out.
Yeah.
They say it crossed 577 million, and the guy was saying that, hey, you know, a lot of people might be complaining about the popcorn and everything that they're paying for to see the movie, but they say that catalog that Sony has for Michael Jackson, I mean, they are going to the bank with that.
Oh, yeah.
So even the older songs like that, when you put it out there now to the current demographic, hey, you can get more streams and still get paid off that stuff.
Facts.
And that's what I try to be here at Power 104. I try to give a lot of history and try to give a lot of education. What I try to do is reach back to some of the older R&B or Southern Soul guys and bring them up with the newer guy. Because that newer generation, they grew up with the cell phone in their hand.
Facts.
So they're not they're not really aware how powerful radio really is. Because when it comes down to it, when you look at the number of people in the world and the number of people that actually have the internet, it's two different numbers.
Yes.
It's two different numbers. I had once a guy from Switzerland. He contacted me via email, but he sent me a recording and he actually heard our AM side of the radio. He said, I'm 4,000 miles away.
That's crazy.
And I could hear you. I'm like, well, you just go on the internet. So I said, maybe it was just a project he was working on. And he sent it to me. I said, well, yeah, that is Power 104. So, you know. Well, I tell you what, Cupid, I really appreciate you giving us the time. We definitely going to get some of this new music on from you.
Yes, sir.
And anytime you're in the Mid-South area, please feel free to drop by here. We'll be more than happy to have you.
I got the address, man. You know, we're gonna stay locked and loaded, man. And to everybody out there, man, y'all just listen up for all the new music, all the new features. Anytime you hear me on something, just know, like, we finna have a good time.
Well, my name is Tate Jones on the microphone. Can I get you to say that with me, Cupid?
Man.
Tate Jones on the microphone.
Man, I'm rocking with my dog Tate Jones on the microphone. You heard me?
Power 104.1 The Source, Memphis #1 Southern Soul and R&B station. Stay locked for more right here on Memphis #1 and only Southern Soul and R&B station. Power 104.1 The Source.